Good morning. Good morning. Bonjour. Good day. My name is Caroline from Bubbly Maths, and I'm here presenting resources from AIMSEC and the Aiming High website. There's a link to the resource we're doing today, the activity we're doing today, in the description. I'm just looking for a way to send us live now. And what you're going to need is, let me just share the resources you're going to need today. If you get those ready, you'll need a little bit of cardboard, and you either print out the template from the resource, which looks like this, or draw out a thing with 10, split it up. That's an interesting task. Split it up into 10. If you've got a D10, you can use that. Or the other thing you can do is just cut out 10 little cards and draw numbers on them, 0 to 9. I'm just going to share while you get that ready. So I've got here, hi, this is the fun part of working out all the sharey bits. So if you've just joined us, welcome. My name is Caroline from Bubbly Maths, and doing activities based on the Aiming High resources. The link is in the description above. And if you can get either 10 bits of card with numbers 0 to 9 on them, or download the resource, which is in the description, and stick it onto a bit of cardboard. You also need a paper clip, I forgot to say, pencil, pair of scissors, or a D10. That's the other option. If you've got a D10, you'll know what it is. Or if you have a young person in the house that's a gamer, they'll know what it is, or an older person that's a gamer. Let's see. I can do this. I can do this. All this lovely business. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got to create the watch party first before I can see it on here. That's what I'm doing wrong. There we go. Creating a watch party, creating a watch party, creating a watch party. Say something about this, but it's all grayed out. Oh, there we go. I can do it now. So welcome if you've just joined us. Start. Boom. Right, that's starting there. And then my idea here, I've got my phone here. My idea is that I can actually see your comments if I can manage it. So if there's any questions, but then the watch party has to come up for me to be able to do that. And that, oh, there we go. And we have someone watching. We have one person watching. I can see that live, that we've got one person watching. If you put in a comment, I'll be able to see it. Right, so if you've just joined us, I've gone all fuzzy there. All right, that's gone all fuzzy. I do not know how to fix that. Do I press that, or does that turn it off? I have no idea how to fix that. It's fuzzy. It might have to remain fuzzy for this time around. Okay, I'll stop the share, start with that, because we're going to be talking, first of all, about what we're doing. So the game is Spin High, Spin Low. You may have been playing it over the weekend. This is, if you are between the ages of 7 and 18, then this session is for you. If they will be starting with the simpler things at the beginning, and that's okay for the older ones, because I don't know about you, but I enjoy playing games, and this is all about playing games. So if you didn't see this over the weekend, there are different ways to play this game. One is download the resource, print out. Oh, you can't see it now. I need to share the screen. Oh, I need to share the screen again. I need a producer. Okay, so print out the template and stick it on some cardboard, and then you just stick a pencil in it in the middle. So I'm going to put that away now because you've seen how to do it. And then you can just straighten out like that, a paper clip, or if you have a piece of wire, just curl it round and straighten out one bit of it and curl it round. The cable ties work great for that. Pair of scissors, that's obvious. And now we're going to actually play the game. We're going to go straight into, there's an early years version, which we'll be doing at 10 o'clock with smaller numbers. But right now, the game we're going to just straight away start playing is we're going to go, so this is from year 7 up, we're going to go straight into thousands. Now you can make it tens of thousands. We played with going up to 1 million yesterday, and that was good. That was a good game, and it wouldn't hurt anyone to play that game. We'll just introduce it with 1,000. Now what we're going to do is we're going to aim for the largest number. So now everyone can play this. Please do draw yourself a little rectangle there and go ahead and play. So the first number is 5. Now where am I going to put 5? It's important that you don't know the rest of the numbers. We want the largest number we can possibly have. So where are we going to put number 5? And what is the probability that we're going to get any other number? Well, mine's there. I don't know where you've put yours. I'm going to write a list of the numbers that we get and the order in which we get them. Next number, 0. Okay, well, that's definitely not a large number. That's not going to increase the size of our number. So good thing we left the digits column open. And we hope that the laws of probability don't give us another 0. It is possible. Ooh, 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 that's a 9. That's a 9. Where am I going to put the 9? Where are you going to put the 9? You got it? I'm going to put mine here. Okay. And ready? 7. Well, I'd put that down to luck, probably. Well, not completely luck. I was lucky that I got a 9 and a 7, but is there a number? Can I make a bigger number than that? And then another question is, what is the smallest number I can make with those digits? And just play it a bunch of times and make the numbers big. The bigger the number, the more interesting it is. And also you can play, but create some random number and play it like that. Just see if you can get as close as possible to some random number, and different people can choose a different number. And then another one is create a number, and you can only use each digit once. So that changes your probabilities of getting another number. If you only use each digit once. I don't know why I'm showing you that. Yes, because if you play it with the cards, then you can literally put the card to one side once you've used that digit. Maybe that way up, that might be better. There you go, that's that digit. And that one's, oh, there's nothing there. What does that mean? Ha ha, 0. Right, so that's the game. And what we're going to do now is look at how this is going to help you in your career in school doing mathematics. Right, so there's several different games you can play. You can use decimal places as well. You can put those in to add a bit of interest to the mix. There's instructions on how to make your spin board, and there's instructions for young children. We're going to do that session at 10 o'clock, which is in 50 minutes. If you're not in I don't even know what it's called, Greenwich Mean Time +1, London time. And so for if you're in upper primary, so if you're aged between around 7 and 11 or 12, then the 4-digit number is a good game to play. And then you find out who has the highest number, and then the one that gets whoever gets the highest number can get a point, and then whoever gets to 5 points wins. Or if you play 5 rounds, whoever has the most points at the end of 5 rounds, you win. And when you are playing this game, the things that are important to use and to remember is the language that you use in the game really matters. Like really matters. Did I really say like really matters? How old am I? So the numbers that you're throwing, all these individual symbols, they're called digits. There is, if you look in the Making Maths Fun for Kids of All Ages group, there is a really nice little video that was put up last night about numbers, about, I really am fuzzy. I hope you're not seeing it as fuzzy as I'm seeing it. Oh dear, I hope you're not. And so if you look at that, that really helps you to be able to identify the way to refer to numbers. So these individual symbols that we call 5, 0, 9, 7, they're digits. And then when we put them into place, when they have place value, then they have place value. So this is 5 tens, that's worth 5 tens, that's 50. That's worth 700s, that's 700. That's worth 9,000, so that's 9,000. So there are digits that symbolize, that we put in the place so that we know what that number is. That number has value, whereas these digits are simply symbols. So so this is 9,700. And are you actually seeing the screen? Am I sharing the wrong screen with you? I know I intended to share the other screen with you, but did it work? I don't think it worked. Now it's working. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is that these are digits. These are just symbols to represent numbers. When we put them to represent a value, then that is 9,750. Well, there's nothing in the units, so that's just 50. If there were a number there, then it would be 55 or 51. So that's an important distinction. These are digits, and that is a number with value. And with this game, you're always looking for the biggest possible number. And it's a nice thing to just put your brains together when you've finished, when you've all had a go, and see with those numbers, now that you've got them all, what is the largest number you can make? It maybe if anybody did get the largest number, they could get an extra bonus point. Or if you're going for the smallest number or the number nearest 1,000, or you can create some random number and see if everyone can get as close as possible to that. I really like the random numbers because closest to 1,000, you can kind of see if you're going to be above it or below it. It gets more interesting if you come up with some just random number, and then you have to work out, are you the closest one to that random number, either above or below? And remember, you can be closest to it and have a number that is worth less than, that has a value of less than the number you're targeting. Now, so that's for lower secondary. Also, you can put a decimal point in, just to be playing with decimal points. You can go with 1 or 2 digits, and I'm going to write them here. Remember that in the UK, well, say not remember, you might not know, in the UK we put a decimal point as a point. You might use a comma, so you use whichever is the one that you use. Okay. And the idea is talk about it. This is a great game to play on Zoom. So one person can spin. If one person has a D10, for example, or one person makes a spinning board, or you can all make a spinning board. You can all make it the plan that you all make a spinning board, and you take it in turns to spin, and you can all play it and have a discussion on Zoom. And certainly, it's a great game to play in a classroom or even a school assembly where everybody's together, or a large group of people is together. Everyone can play it, and then you can talk about it. And you can even just talk about it between 2 or 3 small groups of 2 or 3 to come up with the largest number. So lower secondary, again, you can add the decimal place for lower secondary, and then just play the game. It's a useful game because it makes you think about probabilities. It makes you think, how likely is the next number going to be the number I want, and where should I place the previous number, bearing that in mind. It's a game that you can keep playing, and it's teaching you some life skills, which we'll talk about in a minute. So years 10 and 11 in the UK, that would be about 14 to 16. we're then looking at probabilities. So the questions are in the resource. I can just put that here actually. You're looking at what is the probability that the next random number will be greater than or equal to 4, less than or equal to 4, which is, you can, so that's how you can decide. You can actually use what you know about probability to decide where the next number goes. And you actually discuss the probability element of it. And when you're playing the game, you're talking about the probability. So this is giving you practice. It's not, when I went to school, I just had to do the exercises in probability, but I never ever applied them in real life. They didn't go in very deeply. They're still a bit vague, which is one of the things I'm now learning a lot of maths. And well, a lot, I am relearning the maths I ever knew. And that's one of the things I do need to relearn is probabilities. So this is something that you actually want to be talking about if you're in upper secondary, between the ages of about 14 and 16, having the discussion about the probabilities, and you can talk together. You don't have to do it individually. You can do this now as a more analytical exercise, and then when you're both confident you're putting the number in the best place according to the probabilities, then you do it and play, and you play to win, but you play to win collaboratively. You play to get the largest number based on what you know about probability. Now, years 12 and 13, I'm going to show you, but I'm not going to cover it. I'm going to let you do this using the resource. So if you download the resource, we're going to now be actually looking at some more detailed, okay, actually, and we're going to do that. I'm going to stop that there. I've shown you now, but answer the questions. So you're talking about where you're going to place the next one, and where, so you really want to be discussing where you'd put the next digit and why, and what is your chance of losing the game. So there's an additional question. This is all to do with the probability, and there's you do have help in doing it, so you can have a go at that as a family as well, so you're not on your own doing it. And there's some additional help in the resource, so you can do it once, maybe following the resources if you need to, and then play it a bunch of times so that you get really familiar and can play a game, and at the same time really be drilling down your skills on probabilities. And I tell you what, I wish I'd known about this game when I was doing probabilities in school, because I think I'm going to now play this game using that, and I'm going to play it on a regular basis so that I do actually learn and get a feel for, because I don't have a feel for probability. And let me tell you, that is certainly when you're in school, that is a handicap, not having a feel for numbers, not having a feel for, I have the feel for numbers now. Didn't have a feel for fractions. I'm getting a feel for fractions, and I don't have a feel for probability. So I'm actually going to, and statistics is another one that I'm so about. So I'm learning those, and I would encourage you to do this now. Play the game. You have to study anyway. You may as well have fun while you're doing it. And so in addition to, so you've got the probability, this is really going to help you understand the place value, this game, going down to lower years. But also, if you're not too sure about that, even if you're already in upper school, if you're already above the age of 11, playing this game will, if you're not 100% sure about it, playing this game will help you to understand that. And then you've got the sense of unaware. This is the bit, I kind of have an intuition about it, but this gives you better data. Data is what it's all about. And so it's to develop the number sense and an awareness of how chance affects the outcomes of events. Now, one of the best paid jobs you can get is as a mathematician for an insurance company. So it's all about risks and outcomes and risk assessments and auditing risks. And there's a specific name for the kind of activities they do in insurance companies, but one of the best paid jobs in the world is a mathematician working for an insurance company, and it's all about probabilities and statistics. So if you want a well-paid job, do maths and go and get that. That can earn you. And then I must say, right here, right now, do not spend all that money. Invest it. Obviously, live your life, but aim to invest that money so that you can have some independence as you while you're still before retirement age. That'll enable you to retire before retirement age and actually enjoy life and go and do lots of things that you'd love to do. But I'm just going to say this right here, right now, listen carefully. When you earn money, always put some aside, put a big chunk aside if you earn big money, instead of spending it all on big cars and big houses. And if you've got that dream, change that dream into live well and invest really well. Just a little pointer there. You'll be hearing more about investments as time goes by with Bubbly Maths. I'm learning about it. And I do mean safe investments, not risky investments. And it's all about probabilities and statistics. So that was just me going off on my little, getting on my little, oh, and I'm talking there and you're not seeing me, you're seeing that piece of paper, which is very interesting, I'm sure. I was wanting to give you an important message, and there was me in a itty-bitty box, box. Oh, well. If you're enjoying these sessions, please do share these lives and go to our YouTube channel. We've got two. There are these lives as they come out with me messing up and realizing, oh, I'm in a little bitty box. They're going on the Bubbly Maths YouTube channel, and the ones where I actually go through it and myself or somebody else records videos and we edit all the silly business out. They're still hopefully entertaining, but they're on the Maths Toys YouTube channel, so you can just get in, get what you need, get out and do it, or review it. And they're on the Maths Toys YouTube channel. Those YouTube channels are in the announcement section. We've got a welcoming post, and in that post you have all the links to the YouTubes. And then please do share this, and also tell other people about it. Tell people on YouTube, tell people about this group if you think it'll help them. We're going to be starting doing activities to specifically help with maths anxiety. So if you have anyone at home or know anyone that has a child that experiences maths anxiety, or even an adult that experiences maths anxiety, there's enough of us out there that have that experience. We're starting activities that will help that. And then the other great resource for you is the AIMSEC Facebook page. If you see just below, there's a picture of a duck, or I think it's a duck, if I remember right, that's got information about numbers. There's little activities, little memes. If you're doing homework at home, doing your schoolwork at home, and you need to refresh, you need a little, I just need to get my head out of this for a moment. Go to the AIMSEC Facebook page and do one of the little activities, and just, even if you don't solve it, you don't have to solve it. Just by looking at it and attempting it, then that can reset your mind and open it up, boing, to being, just open it up, refresh it. It's like going out for a walk, a mental walk. You're going out for a mental walk and opening your mind and refreshing your thoughts. And now I'm just going to have a look. I didn't see, we've had someone along, I suspect it's probably Tony, that writes all these resources, because she's great. She gives me feedback. And then my friend Terry also gives me feedback on the technology and things. So if you have seen any improvements, I hope you have. That's thanks to Terry commenting on the technical side of it. So Tommy, welcome. Lucy, hi. Mark, hello. Joan, hello. Barry, hello. And Russell have all joined us during this live. Thank you very much for joining us. And I will see you now. 10 o'clock, there'll be a session for early years, and that's in 35 minutes. And then 8 o'clock tonight, we'll be preparing for a lovely activity tomorrow. It will involve our paper sticks. So if you, I'm just thinking what to do about that. Might put up a post with the instructions for doing paper sticks on the group. so that you can get a head start. We will need quite a lot of paper sticks to do tomorrow's activity. I think about 20, yes, about 20 paper sticks for tomorrow's activity. So if you get cracking on those today, then you'll be able to actually join in the activity as we do it tomorrow, or do it afterwards, and replay the live. Thank you very much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you later or tomorrow or some other time, and see you next time. Thank you.